Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense heading out, led by Mitchell Trubisky, a Pro Bowler last year in 2018. And, of course, the number 2 overall pick in the draft back in 2017. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Play action. Now Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
Running back Tariq Cohen brings us all to our feet when he's on the field because you never know how they're going to utilize it. In 2018, was able to run, throw, and catch a touchdown pass. And in addition, was a 2018 Pro Bowl return specialist for the NFC. The human joystick makes everything better when he's on the field.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Trubisky to throw again. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 46 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the Stanford man. It's Andrew Luck. I
love everything about Andrew Luck's game, but I also love his worldliness. Some of his formative years were spent growing up outside of the United States. And I think that that's helped him when he came back because now he's seen the world. And I think that helped him mature a little bit as well.
Back to throw, Luck. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
Okay, so he doesn't look like your prototypical number 1 wide receiver. But T.Y. Hilton gives you that type of production. 7 seasons in the league, he's been over 1,000 yards in 5 of them. Led the NFL in receiving yards in 2016 and had a strong case to be a Pro Bowler for the 5th time in 2018. Missed it, but probably should have been named to the team.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A gain of 3, second down. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
Now Luck defers to Mack and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. On second down, here's Luck. And this is incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. To throw is Luck. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Luck.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck, and that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. One-handed, love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session and be saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
The Bears on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, a run with Cohen. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Now, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. That'll bring up second down. Back to the air, Luck on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Most teams in the league hitting the 3-quarter pole in the preseason. The whole league will be in action next Thursday night to wrap it all up. And then we start for real a week after that with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Here's the Bears defense as they head out to set up shop now. And we watch now how effective they've been, how disruptive they've been in the backfield.
And what's been so difficult for the offense is that you know that they spent all week rehearsing these things, working on blitz pickups, protections, knowing where the pressure is likely to come from. They've read the scouting reports. They've watched the tape. But sometimes, under pressure, that coordination breaks down, and I think that's what we're seeing here.
Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. As we surmised, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
From the 50, it's Locke. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Check 41.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and goal. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky, rolling to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Luck. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Luck. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett, finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's first NFL catch. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
Brissett to throw on 1st, and that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. To throw, Brissett. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6". And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On the double. We got 4. Clear.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
10-2 start. 55.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 yards there, first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw, Daniel. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check. Ready?
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Daniel. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. But things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it. And now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up. But they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brissett. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Back to throw. This goes out right to Doyle. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Brissett looks to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Back to throw.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They begin with a run by Davis. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody, from Indianapolis.